So why do you say Viggo Morgan? Wait, how do you say it?
I call him Viggo Mortensen because I'm a big fan of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Oh. There's this one ridiculous episode where he's like, Viggo Mortensen. Oh. Yeah, that guy, Viggo Mortensen.
Oh, Viggo Mortensen. Mm.
Why the yummy noise?
Because it's fabulous.
It's so weird. Hi, I'm Joe.
And I'm Lauren.
And we are the NeuroNerds.
Yes, that was on time.
I feel pretty good about that.
NeuroNerds.
So we're going to get into a little bit of one of Lauren's favorite characters, one of my favorite characters, not even characters, dudes.
Human beings.
Viggo Mortensen.
And for those of you who don't watch Sunny in Philadelphia, right? It's Viggo Mortensen.
Yes, Viggo Mortensen. Or, what's his name in Aragorn?
Oh, no, Aragorn. Aragorn is a principality or in Spain / the name of the spider from Harry Potter.
Oh my! So we are the NeuroNerds, and Lauren just proved why we're the nerds.
Guys, we're so far into these episodes, you should not be surprised.
Absolutely,
Joe should stop with these disclaimers.
You know what? I can't help it. I know you pretty darn well. I'm still shocked. Every once in a while, you'll hit me with something. I'm like, oh my god, where did that come from? So Viggo Mortensen is like, he's like a nerd. He's top tier when it comes to nerd.
Yeah, like if I have to pick, there's always like, I always see like a meme. It's like King of the Nerds. Like who is the actor, right? And so you're always thinking,
Patton Oswalt. Seriously, you do King of the Nerds.
No, I was thinking more like actors that play like the nerd epic characters. So that's Hugo Weaving.
Yeah.
That's Ian McKellen.
Yes.
And I'm thinking like,
you know what's really funny?
What?
And Viggo Mortensen is in there too.
Yes.
They're all Lord of the Rings. All of them are Lord of the Rings. That's really funny.
Lord of the Rings, they brought all these amazing character actors to life and together. So, okay, who do we have? Like, let's just think straight up first movie, Fellowship of the Ring. This is actually inspired because I think it was HBO had Lord of the Rings on the other night and it was 11 o'clock at night and I was like, oh, my Thursday night has been made. Like I was so happy.
You posted a picture on your Insta story and I was like, oh, jealous.
And it was during it was the clip from the Mines of Moria when they're stuck and they can't decide which of the three caverns to go right down. And Gandalf and Frodo are talking about Smeagol, Gollum, and talking about pity and how pity is the reason the ring has existed. Don't pity people.
Yes. Unless you want to pity me and then I love it.
Yeah, he's having a pity party.
I was having a pity party, but we're not talking about my pity party.
No.
We're talking about Viggo Mortensen. So, by the way, why I think he's an amazing actor, I think actors are incredible when they can like transform who they are.
Yes.
So he was an absolute king in Lord of the Rings. Right? He was a warrior and then he was an absolute king. I was like, yeah, I follow that dude anywhere.
Well, when you're saying like, oh, what's his other name? He had 3 or 4. He actually, as a character,
Ranger.
Aragorn has like 7 names. And I might know most of them.
I'm sure. I'm sure you have the ones that have never been printed that they were just thinking about giving them.
Like the ones that weren't in the movie. So he's Aragorn, right? Yes. Son of Arathorn. Then when he went to live in Rivendell, when he was being raised there, he was named Estelle, which means hope.
Oh,
in
like
Elvish.
Yeti?
Oh God, no. Estelle. Then he became then he was Strider.
Why did I think Ranger? Because he was a Ranger.
He's a Ranger. That's his class, is a Ranger. Of the North, of a Dunedain. Then he was there are 2 other names, Thorongil or Throngil.
Throngil, yeah.
When he was either serving in Rohan or in Gondor or both. And then he was Aragorn again, and then he became King Elisar.
Why Elisar?
Elisar, like sometimes monarchs change their name, so it's like the name of the reign or their like official like stage name.
Do you think?
And Elisar means like elf stone or elf friend, if I remember correctly.
Oh, friend of elves.
No,
what about dwarves?
It's not elf friend.
Is he not friend of dwarves?
It's
what
not
about the dwarves?
Friend. Elisar means elf stone, if I remember correctly. I don't know why. I can't remember, but I know his name.
Why are the the dwarves out in the cold? What say you? See, brought back to like area. But
anyways, yes, I agree what you're saying. Like actors who like embody these characters where you don't see the actor anymore. You just see the character brought to life.
So you mentioned earlier, we were talking off air. You're talking about Eastern Promises.
Oh my God.
Dark?
Yes.
Incredible movie.
And he's older. Like
he's not a young dude. You know
no,
what's funny?
He's almost 70.
That's bugged out.
Let me hang on. I have his. Hang on.
Yeah, for once, Lauren's actually looking something up instead of knowing it off the top of her head.
Well,
I should take a picture of this.
Well, let me check. I think he's 68, but let me double check.
If he's 69, I'm going to giggle because I'm 13 years old.
Okay, he was born in 1958. Yes. No. Yes. So he is 66.
That dude's old.
Like he's almost 70 years old and he looks amazing.
That makes me feel pretty good.
No, he's not 66. Yes, he is. No, he's not. No.
You know what you should probably type in? Viggo Mortensen's age. And then it'll just pop up instead of birthday.
I'm doing math. Hang on. Not my strongest subject. No. I'm good at it, but not that good.
It's not one of my strongest. None of the subjects are really my strongest either, except for Jim.
Oh my God, he's 60. I can't even do basic fucking math.
You know, we both had brain injuries, Lauren. And
I'm gonna take that pass today.
As I've been told for the better part of the last couple of weeks, don't be so hard on yourself.
I know.
Be gentle.
Okay.
Be gentle with you, Lauren.
I'm gonna forgive myself for that. But yes, so
good because I'm not forgiving you at all.
Fuck you.
Step up your game, woman.
Right?
Eastern Promises was amazing. It was a great movie.
If you haven't seen Eastern Promises, do yourself a favor. Get some popcorn. Have a Slurpee. No, actually, don't have a Slurpee. Have a La Croix.
Have a La Croix or a smoothie.
Or a smoothie.
Fruit
or
smoothie.
Green kale juice.
Oh, no, don't do that.
Yes.
Like you
green juice. But go sit and watch this movie. I think it was extremely underrated.
It was.
It has Naomi Watts in it.
Yes.
Yes, she's in there. And it follows like the Russian mob in London.
Dum, dum, dum.
And it's amazing. His acting is on point. Everyone in the movie did a really good job.
Was it nominated for anything? I'm assuming so. Like it was just like it was a great cast and everybody was just incredible.
Editing was fabulous.
Another good one, A History of Violence. Did you ever see?
I have actually not seen that.
Oh, word?
I know. Oh, he just pulled out like the Victorian, like young lady debutante. Right now, that was very cute. I wish I had that on video.
I do declare.
Yeah. Oh, now you're a Southern belle.
I am.
Hello, Scarlett. Hello, Scarlett O'Hara.
I fancy myself as a Southern belle. You know, like in my head, that's just what I have. Like a one of those big hats. Yes. Like a bonnet hat on.
Yes, I was wearing a very large hat today.
You were a pirate today.
Yes, I was a pirate today.
Oh, see, Lauren was killing it.
I actually have makeup on today, guys. Like that's really cool.
Yeah, Lauren looks like a girl. You always look like a girl. You're a grown ass woman. Of course you do. But like you look like
I actually have like foundation and like eyeliner and eyeshadow because I had to go do a photo shoot. So I
was going to use a line from 30 Rock, but I chose not to because I really feel you would have punched me in the face.
Go ahead. What's the line?
Like, Liz Lemon, Tina Fey, she like comes in and she was going on a date. She had like all kinds of makeup on, and then the dude looks at her and he's like, "Oh, you look like a fancy hooker."
Actually, that's actually pretty funny.
But again, we're in close proximity of one another because we're in the Neuro Nook.
This is the Neuro Nook.
Doesn't sound dope.
Yeah.
I really feel like you would have punched me in the face or kicked me in the shin. Either one, I don't want. So Eastern Promises was dope.
Yeah.
History of Violence was super dope. On top of that, talk about like embodying characters. Did you know that I'm just going to call him Viggo Mortensen.
Go ahead.
Did you know that Viggo Mortensen played a Puerto Rican dude?
In which movie?
In Carlito's Way.
He was in there?
Where Italian Al Pacino played an amazing Puerto Rican guy. It's really weird. What is Viggo Mortensen?
He's Danish.
So you have a Danish dude.
I'm part Danish.
And an Italian dude being
playing
dope-ass Puerto Ricans.
Yeah.
Which is really weird. So he played this Puerto Rican dude, and he had, when I say the accent down,
as a Puerto Rican man?
As a Puerto Rican dude, remembering like my little Puerto Rican get-togethers, like when I lived in New York, this dude sounded just like my uncles.
Really?
Yeah, so in the movie, like he was like crippled,
uh-huh,
and like he just like he had like a little bit of a whine to like the way he was. Oh,
I think I've seen a clip of this.
It was crazy. He embodied that character in that moment. He was crippled in Puerto Rican.
He was Boricua in a chair.
He really was. So anybody out there, if you haven't seen Carlito's Way, watch that. Al Pacino plays Carlito. It's like a little kind of gangster type of movie, and he has one of the best lines.
All the gangster movies.
He has one of the seriously. He played an amazing Italian. He's played an amazing Puerto Rican dude. He called himself Last of the Mohicans.
Oh, that's funny.
Isn't that awesome?
That's,
I love
that's
that.
funny. No, one of the other movies I really like that he was in, G.I. Jane.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
He was in that.
Yeah, he was fabulous in there. He's so awesome. I love it.
Right. When
Plus, we got to see his really muscled legs in that
You know what?
movie.
Almost all of his movies, there's a lot more nudity than I'd like to see.
Except for Lord
out
of the
him.
Rings.
Have you not seen the director's?
I'm like, oh, is there a rated X version?
Have you not seen the casting footage? So in G.I. Jane, that's like, I matured as a person when I watched that
Mhm.
because I was still young and like I was like, man, I don't want to see a chick like be all tough. I saw that movie and I was like,
Yeah.
women can be badass too.
And then you met me.
And yes,
Actually, that was a nickname I had for a while in one of my jobs. One of the girls called me, she called me G.I. Shakira. She's like, because you're a badass, but you're a belly dancer. So I was G.I. Shakira.
Wow, you would like kick somebody in the face and then like belly roll. That would be awesome.
Well, that's what I was. Well, today in our photo shoot, I was literally wearing a steel boned corset that went from shoulders all the way below.
Steel boned? I don't know what that means.
So that means there's steel pieces that are in the boning.
So you can't like lean forward?
Yeah, you can't really bend. It's because I own an actual corset. And then I was in a skirt, like a split skirts.
Mhm.
So I like my legs go. So I'm supposed to be a fighting pirate in the show we're producing. So I was fighting one of the other people who's also another Taekwondo black belt in my.
A chick or a dude?
It's a girl, but I'm fighting guys too. But
beat her ass.
no. So we're just doing the promo. But like literally, I was like, I'm able to do all my kicks in a steel boned corset.
That's
if there's
crazy.
any ladies out there and you've ever worn even just a plastic corset or just a waist cincher, you know how hard that is.
I gotta tell you, as a dude, I've never worn a corset.
I have it in the car. Shall we try it on?
Oh Lord, I might kill it.
Shall we play a game?
So normally every Halloween, I normally like not every Halloween, most Halloweens I dress in drag. I have never done a corset. Maybe I'll
idea.
let's figure out what my costume's going to be for Halloween.
Oh,
maybe I'll be Lauren.
You're gonna have to wear booty shorts and stilettos and a corset.
Have you seen my thighs?
Yes,
they need to be seen. Have you look?
I was gonna suggest Xena, but you know, but being me is probably close.
Because my favorite costume maybe ever was Miss Italy. I loved that. It was great.
Guys, I have not seen the receipts. I have not seen these photos yet.
And Marilyn Monroe. So that was my favorite because at a party I was at, there was another Marilyn Monroe who took her costume way too serious. And like she kept looking at me like really mean. And everybody was coming up to me saying, "Oh my God, you're Marilyn. That's awesome." I'm like, haha, I have full beard. My chest hair was out. And she was like trying to look sexy and just give me like the stink eye. I was like, yeah, unfortunately, I look better in my outfit than yours.
Okay, so you know how we were saying that Viggo Mortensen's like always gangsters in all these movies?
Yeah.
So I'm like going through his like IMDb or whatever, or IMDb, sorry. And so then I'm like, okay, so he was a Russian mobster in Eastern Promises.
Yeah.
Then he was in Carlito's Way, and he was a
Puerto Rican mobster.
Yeah, mobster. And then I'm like, oh yeah, he was in a movie called American Yakuza.
Wait, did he play Asian?
I think if I remember correctly, because I saw this movie, he played like a white guy that got involved in the Yakuza and kind of became like almost like Last Samurai kind of deal.
I can picture him with like koi fish tattoos.
Actually, so can I. I can't remember if he actually had it. And there was, of course, like a love story and stuff. But I remember I was like, okay, so he's been Russian mob. He's been Puerto Rican gangster. And now he's been Yakuza. Like, what's left?
You know what's left? Rom-coms. That's right. Viggo Mortensen.
He's been in a rom-com.
No, wait,
with Sandra Bullock.
No, wait.
Yes.
What? No.
Yes, I actually love that movie. Hang on, I gotta remember. It's either 28 Days.
Nope. Wait.
Yeah, it's 28 Days.
That wasn't really a rom-com.
Yes, it was.
Do you know what 28 Days was?
Yeah.
She was kicking. She was in recovery.
Yeah.
There is not.
There's like a would they, won't they, unfulfilled romantic relationship and comedy.
Will she or won't she overdose? Like she was like in hardcore recovery.
But so he's able to do that. Like literally, if you think about Viggo Mortensen, and then he goes and does like Hidalgo, right?
Oh,
then he does
right.
an amazing horse movie.
You know,
again.
if I had a steed, I would name him Hidalgo. That's like such a great name for a horse. I remember seeing the trailer for that, and I was like, why am I so invested in a movie about a dude and a horse?
Because it's Viggo Mortensen.
Exactly. That's the only reason. Aside of that, it'd be like the animated movie Spirit which I had.
Oh yeah,
No,
I watched some of it.
Nope.
What?
It's a movie about a horse.
Yeah, so
It's not even a good horse.
but it was Disney.
Was it? Wait, was it Disney?
Yeah.
Oh, that's terrible. Step up your game, Disney. Oh, by the way,
sure.
Disney is stepping up their game. Do you want to know how?
Why?
They're serving alcohol in Star Wars Land.
Oh my god.
At the cantina, they're going to serve alcohol.
Yeah, I know. My friend works at Disneyland. She told me.
Can she get me in for free?
Not to Star Wars Land.
Can she get me in anywhere? I miss Disneyland. I just don't want to pay $800 for a pass.
Agree. If you're nice to me,
I'm always nice to you, Lauren. I love you.
And you drive your ass down to Orange County.
I'll go down to Anna. I'll pick you up and take you to.
Oh, you're not driving me. You're not driving.
Why
me.
not?
I drive myself.
Damn. What's it?
Are you gonna be my date? NeuroNerds take Disneyland.
Did you see how all the air got sucked out of the room? You know I'm a ridiculously huge Disney fan.
No, I know you are.
Like it's
and I love having this and dangling it because I'm literally like, yeah, she could get you in.
Let's make this happen.
If I put a good word in for you.
Please, guys, you have to put an amazing word.
Guys, do I put a good word in for it?
Oh my god, my neuro nerd constituents? No. My neuro nerd, my kin.
Yes, there you go.
My kin. Me familia. Me, I don't know, all other good words.
Yeah.
Come on, man. I want to go Disneyland. I love Disneyland. I haven't been actually my favorite is at Disneyland, California Adventure.
I actually don't like California.
I love because it's kind of like the junior varsity. You know what I mean? It's not like
it's the underdog.
It is. And I realized as a person, I'm always into the underdog. Like even so you know me, I'm like a basketball dude. Mm-hmm. All of my Sleep pointed this out. All our music department.
Yeah.
All of my favorite basketball players are kind of like the underdog. My favorite basketball team are the Clippers. Yeah,
Why?
I know.
Wait, were you a fan of the Clippers before they rivaled?
I'm not fair weather. I am not.
You are OG.
I went through 14-win seasons, so I don't want to hear this. Oh, the Clippers are good now. Nope, I've been a fan since like early 90s. When I first started getting into basketball, I was like, I like this team. They're blue collar. They're full of pissing and grit. I like them. And like my favorite basketball player ever, like the reason I wear number 45 is AC Green, because he was just such a hard-nosed, tough player. Virgin. He waited till he got married, which was amazing, especially being in the NBA. Had this dope-ass Jerry curl, which made me think...
Is he a white guy?
No, his brother.
Oh, okay.
Which made me think that, hey, maybe I could pull off a Jerry curl.
No.
I couldn't.
Danger, Will Robinson, danger!
But yeah, everybody that I love the underdog. That's why I love Lord of the Rings, too. If you think about it, you got like a little dwarf.
Oh, I thought you were like talking about the movie. I'm like, that's a juggernaut. That was not an underdog.
Yeah, seriously. It was such a juggernaut that the horrible Hobbit did amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you have like a little dwarf. You've got like a dude.
Yes.
The man who should have been king. You have like a very pretty elf. You've got a couple little hobbits. Mm-hmm. And wait, who else? And that's it.
You have Sean Bean.
No, he died quickly.
No, but that's the thing. He's an underdog. He dies.
He is. Like
there's only one movie he doesn't die in. That I've seen.
He died in Ronin, by the way, very underrated movie.
Well, no, the only movie he didn't die in was Troy because he was Odysseus.
Oh, he did. That's right.
But of course, if you know ancient Greek classics, Odysseus then spends another 10 years.
Because who doesn't know ancient Greek classics?
If you don't know classics, please go educate yourself. But you know, that's what the Odyssey is about. He is then cursed.
It is, isn't it?
Yes, that's what it's about.
Did you see like...
like the light bulb turned on?
Yeah.
So that's why. But so I think that's the only movie that I can think of that Sean Bean has not died in. Like if you see a movie and Sean Bean's in it, he's going to die.
Yeah, just understand that's going to happen.
He died, right?
Ronin,
he died. Equilibrium, died.
Heat? Wait, was it? He wasn't in Heat.
I don't know.
I was saying it was some other dude who reminded me of Sean Bean.
Right. What else was he in that? I mean, but literally that's it. Like if Sean Bean's in the movie, just know that he's going to die.
Yeah.
Just don't get invested in his character.
I love Sean Bean.
Everyone loved Ned Stark. Ned Stark lost his head. Like it was going to happen.
He seemed like such a cool dude too. Like just in real life, like he just seems like such a cool guy.
Oh yeah.
So I feel really bad that like every movie he fucking dies.
He was a bad guy in the Jack Ryan movies, right? With Harrison Ford. He died.
Oh shit, that's
right.
Wow, that's a deep cut.
Oh, hello. Remember what my most favorite
movies? Red October.
Yeah, so that era, because that was the Jack Ryan movie.
Joe remembers things. How do you feel about the Jack Ryan TV series?
I don't know how I feel about it.
Do you have Amazon Prime?
Yes.
Okay.
I like Krasinski. I like him as an actor.
So do I. Oh.
So I'm withholding judgment because the disaster that was the Chris Pine movie.
Oh. Yeah, but he's so dreamy.
Who?
Chris Pine.
Oh, I don't think so. But that's me.
So you know what's really, really funny? So he was in Horrible Bosses 2.
Yes,
And we went to see,
I liked that movie.
it was hilarious. So we went to see the movie and there was this giant billboard like outside, like the cardboard cutouts outside of the theater. And like I walked by and I found myself getting lost in his eyes.
Wow.
He's a very pretty man. And my perfect Hal Jordan.
Really?
Yes. He's my perfect Hal Jordan. He's got the humor. He's got the, like, I'd follow this dude into Hades. Like, he's my dude.
But see, the thing is, it would need a good script.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, well, they're working on it. They're not just working on it. They're like going full Green Lantern. Like,
well, it's like, you know, what was it? With Deadpool, you know. Like, you can't erase that movie or else Ryan Reynolds would never become Deadpool.
That's very true. I mean, he was the worst Deadpool ever, and now he's ruined the role for everyone else because he's so
you can't.
perfect.
It's like McAvoy has, like, if you think about Professor X or Gandalf or Magneto, like, you can't play the older versions of those characters ever again.
It's ruined.
No.
I feel bad for whoever's going to take over.
Fassbender or McAvoy.
No, Wolverine.
Oh, they can't.
You can't.
They can't.
It's almost impossible.
Again, going back to like Viggo Mortensen and these actors that can create these.
Is he related to Viggo Mortensen?
Sure. You know, if you did another Lord of the Rings movie, and they're thinking of, I heard some talk about
TV show.
the Silmarillion that they're thinking about doing, which is the like prehistory. It's the
way.
Yeah, like the actual forming of Arda and everything like that.
Peter Jackson doing it?
I don't know, but I think
I'm out.
No, I agree. There was talks, I think, that were like, hey, do the Silmarillion, but like, again, after The Hobbit, like, no one knows. But like, you could recast Arwen. I think that would be easy. That would be okay to do. Mm-hmm. But you can't recast Elrond, right? No. That's Hugo Weaving. You can't recast Galadriel, Cate Blanchett.
She's awesome.
And she's a perfect, especially in the Fellowship of the Ring, she is Galadriel.
Oh, you know what's funny? She's also Hela, and Hugo Weaving is also Red Skull.
I know.
Marvel wins.
And Lord of the Rings, right? And then, you know, we lost Christopher Lee, and he's Saruman, right? Like, Christopher Lee was amazing.
He was. Oh, Count Dooku.
I know. Who else can you not replace? You can't replace Gandalf. Literally, you can't recast either Frodo, right? Or Sam.
Seriously, I think if you're going to redo anything like that, it has to be decades from now. You know what I mean? Like, it has to be a long ways away.
I feel like people are like, oh, it's time to reboot. It's only been 10 years.
Like, if you look at Star Wars took, 30 years?
Yeah.
You know, like, it's, all right, cool. 20 years from now, it's like, hey, we should probably do some,
we're
stuff.
okay. Like, go ahead.
When the cast is like probably too old to do anything, now it's time.
Yeah.
Because nobody's going to look back and say, you know what? This dude should be doing it. No, the guy's like 11.
Or we're like going to Marvel. Like, you can't recast Iron Man.
Oh, that's going to be rough.
Not Tony Stark.
No.
You
Tony
Stark.
You can't. I think they're going to have to do like I think he's just going to be around. For
a
while, and I think if they're ever going to reboot it, like in the next 10 years, they're going to have to do the female Iron Man.
Yes, I agree, because it's not like Spider-Man where they recasted him every few movies.
That's true,
right?
And even if they're going to do that again with Spider-Man, they have to go Miles Morales.
Yeah, they can't keep doing Peter Parker.
Oh, did you hear?
What?
Blade might be joining the MCU really soon.
I don't know how I feel about this.
I feel very good.
No, because Wesley Snipes is my Blade.
He's coming
back.
Yeah, so all like the rumors and everything that's going around, they've talked to him several times.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah.
Well, because I thought he wasn't going to do it again because he couldn't. Like Blade 3, that was a disaster because terrible. Him and the director, like, he spoke through Post-it notes.
He did. So he came out recently within the last like 2-3 weeks, I think it is. He's like said several things in interviews. He posted something and they asked him specifically, well, who could replace you as Blade? He literally said no one.
I agree.
He said no one. So there's several different ways they can go. They can keep the old Blade movies as like canon and work them in, like parallel universe.
Can they just use the first Blade movie?
Right. Just get rid of that third one. The second one was good. I really enjoyed the second one. Not as good as the first.
No, agreed.
But second one, it's pretty good.
It was a solid.
Third one's water trash. It was awful.
No, I don't count that as an actual Blade movie.
So they can use him as like the mentor to
so
the
as
next
like the
Blade.
Bruce Wayne to the next Blade.
He actually said, he's like, yeah, you know, while I'm not too old and while I'm still in really good shape, because I'm in really good shape. I think it would be amazing.
I'm okay with that.
And I also think that I don't think it should be on the big screen. I absolutely think it should be a
Like a Luke
Netflix series.
Cage?
Yeah, because it could stay gritty, it could stay dark, it can stay hyper violent. Lots of blood, lots of
Yeah.
severed heads. You
It
know,
has to. It's Blade.
it's Blade, right? And then they could bring in vampires into the MCU, which would lead into eventually Morbius, the living vampire with Spider-Man. Like
Okay.
all this stuff could be going on like in the background.
Yeah.
where it's
Like all the other ones are.
We have aliens in the sky, and then like, okay, yeah, but deep, dark in the alleys, you have these vampires feeding on these people.
Okay.
So I think it's a possibility, and I
I'm
think
not mad at that.
And then eventually you could bring that to, like, so my ideal Netflix next wave of people would be Blade, would be Ghost Rider.
And let's just put it out there. Blade was the original black superhero
On the big screen.
Yeah, and
Like,
he actually
did it.
like if Blade the movie had not gone as well as it did, you wouldn't have had Iron Man.
No. I don't think so.
No,
I don't think so at all. So Ghost Rider, Blade, and
Not Nicolas Cage Ghost Rider, right?
No, my God, no.
Okay.
That's an embarrassment. They actually had Blade, the Ricky Reyes. See, one of my voice goes,
Yeah,
I don't really know.
yeah.
He's like the second Ghost Rider on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So it was like a really PG.
Yeah, campy.
It's kind of Ghost Rider-ish.
Esque.
But if you have like the true dark Ghost Rider in the same universe as Blade, and why can't I think of Moon Knight? Moon Knight is like Marvel's Batman.
Oh,
he's
okay.
like a dude, and he has like the spirit of like an ancient god, and he's like kind of like the spirit of vengeance.
Okay, I was getting flashbacks to Suicide Squad and like what's her name? What was her name?
Oh, Enchantress.
Yeah.
Oh God, that was so awful.
I know. Sorry, I was having like flashbacks. I had to say something.
Oh, that makes me upset.
You know what I would love to see? And I don't know if they can do it because they've tried. And I think they did the TV show with Spawn.
So
I loved actually the first Spawn movie.
you're either going to love this or you're going to hate this. They're absolutely going to reboot it. And so far, who's signed on to play Spawn? Not Michael J. White.
Is it Michael B. Jordan?
It's not. That would actually be really
Right? He would actually be an okay Blade. I wouldn't be mad at that at being as a young Blade.
Jamie Foxx.
As Spawn?
As Spawn. So
Really?
Yeah. I personally don't like Jamie Foxx.
I only like him in the movie The Kingdom.
I've played. Oh yeah, I remember The Kingdom. That was actually pretty cool.
That was a good movie. Sorry.
So in knowing Jamie, I don't know him like know him, but I played basketball against him. I've hung out with him a little bit.
Oh, you guys go way back.
Yeah, like, he's kind of a dick. He's not even kind of a dick. He's just annoying. And he's like super arrogant in himself. I'm so glad I'm such a better basketball player than he is.
Wow.
So good. But I'm a fan of his acting. I think he's a dope actor.
Yeah.
He was incredible in Django Unchained. He deserved every accolade he got for Ray. But I wasn't really sure how I feel about him being Spawn, you know? Because like Spawn, there's not really any humor to Spawn.
No, Spawn is such a serious and tragic character.
Lauren, have you seen the HBO animated Spawn?
No.
I have all the DVDs because I'm that dude. It's the best portrayal. I saw that. It kind of changed my life. That's why I started.
Do you get the clown creature thing? Because that thing used to scare the shit out of me.
Oh, yes.
What's it called?
Yes, you do. Violator?
The Violator, that's right.
Yes. Oh, yes. So like the series, and it's the voice of Keith David.
Do you know why I love Keith David? Do you know who else he voices?
Who?
Goliath from Gargoyles.
Yes. So imagine Goliath from Gargoyles as Spawn.
Oh my God.
Perfect. And then he talks about Wanda, like his wife.
Yeah.
It's tortured. It's epic. It's amazing.
Oh my God. And
if you'd like, if you want,
we have to do a movie date.
No, well, for Spawn for sure. But if you want to have some weekend watching, you can go home with the DVDs.
Ooh.
Seriously, I'm not kidding. It's one of the best things I've ever seen.
Oh, guys.
It's so dark and it's so vengeful. It's the perfect, and it's basically the comic book come to life in animation. And when I say it gets dark, it gets really dark.
See, now that you've mentioned Keith David, all I'm thinking about right now is Armageddon as well, because he was in Armageddon.
Wait, Keith David was in Armageddon?
Yeah,
no.
He was the military general. He's the one that says he wouldn't trust them with a potato gun.
That's really so. I know Keith David from.
Oh, I was like, you know Keith David. Sorry.
From Something About Mary.
Okay.
Which is hilarious, and as the voice of Arbiter from Halo, because Joe's a nerd and Joe games.
Yeah, I have a friend who is a character in Call of Duty 4.
He or she?
He.
Oh, can I kidnap him?
Okay.
I don't know.
If I call him, he'll come over. You can.
Is he adorable? Is he handsome? Is he the future Miss Lauren?
No, because he's with one of my very dear friends.
What does that have to do with you?
My God, I am so not that person.
That's that song in the 90s. But I got a man. What your man got to do with me? I told you. I'm not trying to hear that, see? No?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So if anybody knows what that song is, there's like the girl that's saying, I got a man. Little known fact, that's the lead singer doing both the male and the female voices.
Oh, that's funny.
It is.
That's awesome.
Oh my gosh. I'm really excited about Spawn now.
Yeah, so am I. Like, I'm getting a little fatigue from Marvel. I love Marvel.
It's coming to an end.
Yeah, no, and
This
Avengers.
phase.
Yeah, this phase, I love them, but I'm getting to the fatigue phase. Same thing with Star Wars. I love Star Wars.
A little bit of Star. I didn't see Solo.
No, neither did I. A lot of people didn't.
Because
all it was nostalgia.
I have
and
Star
callback.
Wars on my arm.
And you still didn't.
And I
see
still
Solo.
haven't seen Solo. That speaks volumes.
Yeah.
You know?
It's a little much. It's a little much right
And like
now.
all the production issues, all like apparently they like threw in some characters that like it made no sense for that character to be in there.
Spoiler alert, Darth Maul.
Darth Maul. Yeah, they put in Darth Maul, who is, I think, incredible. One of the most underutilized characters in the history of cinema. And I met Ray Park in person. He's so little. He's like your height. He's so little. And I was like, oh my God, I want to throw you in my pocket.
No, that's a no from me. Don.
Oh, I almost choked. So that's how excited I am about Spawn.
Yeah, no, I think that's so if they're able to reboot Spawn and they're going to reboot, I'm also honestly kind of tired of reboots. Like, can we have some originality come back?
There's nothing original. There isn't. So when there is something original, they don't know how to lay it out.
No.
The most original thing was the Dark Tower. I haven't seen it, but I heard it's god awful.
Yeah, I was listening to a talk where they're saying like all of these the reason there's all these cinematic universes, right? All these cinematic
They're
universes.
ruining it.
Well, it's because they don't know what to do with them. Like it was comparing DCU, the Dark Tower universe,
The Dark Universe.
yeah, all that bullshit. And what they're saying, the difference is the reason Marvel has succeeded is because they have their characters and they don't compromise the characters.
No.
They will never have a character say anything out of character or that will compromise something that was said in a previous movie. They have one or two missteps, but
Right.
they're missteps. It's not like DC universe where like you have like their best two movies are Wonder Woman and Man of Steel, but then one movie later their characterization is completely gone.
They take everything
Yes.
away. It's like
And so-
Marvel's like you know who the characters are.
Yeah, they're not going to change. So you are invested to see what's going to happen.
Right.
Where even if like Marvel has a not so good movie, right, you're still going to go see it because
Right.
you're like, what's going to happen? Whereas like you see like they were saying like Batman, right? So in Dawn of Justice, I know that can be a bad word in some households. But Dawn of Justice, you had the darkest, grittiest Batman, right? That's been put to cinema.
Right.
Never cracked jokes.
Nope.
Nothing of that. Like Ben Affleck played this super dark Batman,
It
but
was
then-
exhausting.
right? But he at least committed to that like
Right.
intensity. One movie later, he's basically comic relief with Flash.
He's like, hey, I heard you talk to fish.
yeah.
No.
Or like, what's your superpower? I'm rich. Like he became comic relief when it's like, wait, but the last movie, that's what?
Right.
What?
You're like stabbing dudes.
Yeah.
You're like breaking arms. It's
Yeah.
like, come on, man.
It like commit, keep that character.
Yeah, be that. Just own it. You
Yeah.
know. And if you're gonna retcon that, do it slowly. Don't do it so
Yes.
abruptly.
Or have at least a logical justification
Mhm.
for why they would change the character.
Right.
Like Diana. What the fuck happened to her? Amazing.
She was so powerful.
Or the Amazons. Like suddenly they be like I feel like they went from these badass soldiers with these convictions to like we're sexy babes in bikinis and that's all we care about.
I had no problem with that. I'm just kidding. I'm joking. Please don't hit me. No, I love Kevin Feige. I think that's what DC needs. They need like one guy behind it saying this is what this is. Where he was like, look, we don't have a secret. The secret is we let the actors and directors do their thing under a certain umbrella. This is kind of what we need. And we respect the source material.
Yes.
That's it.
And
That's
what
all you have to do.
And it's also not just the source material of like the comics, but the source material of what they've created within those characters.
Seriously.
Because like the characters are different. If you think about Captain America, Steve Rogers that we have is not the Steve Rogers of the original
Absolutely
comics.
not.
But they created a character and they've made him grow in an arc that is believable and stuck to it.
Can I tell you what drew me to Steve Rogers is when he was little skinny 12-year-old body Steve Rogers.
I can do this all day.
No, that was great. When he jumped on the grenade.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not kidding. I almost tear up watching that because I'm like, that dude is everything that I want a soldier to be. If I'm going to follow somebody in a battle, I'm following that dude. Because without hesitation, he jumped on the grenade and he tells everybody, go. Like he's giving his life for all of these people.
That's basically what Bucky says. He's not following Captain America. He's following that little skinny kid from Brooklyn.
Yeah. I could do this all day. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to watch Captain America.
I'm like, now we have all the feels from talking from everyone from Viggo Mortensen.
You mean Viggo Mortensen?
Sorry, that's Viggo for me, guys. He's just an idiot. That was before the stroke.
Yeah, before the stroke, it was Viggo Mortensen. Post-stroke, it's Viggo Mortensen.
I'm like, if Viggo Mortensen ever hears this episode, please forgive him. He's special.
Yeah, please forgive me for kidnapping you. No?
Dude, this makes it premeditated.
Yeah, but I had a brain injury and I have like short-term memory issues. I won't remember this. So I can't technically premeditate anything. See?
And on that
note. So as always, the NeuroNerds, we're here to help. We want to say a big thanks to Avid for sponsoring the episode. We love what they do and how they make us sound. Again, I don't sound like this in real life. I sound horrible. Scratchy voice. Squeaky, almost. Right? Yeah. It's like nails on a chalkboard.
I mean, again, that voice without with these tools is not going to attract Viggo Mortensen.
No. It attracts cats. It's really weird.
No, they come to claw at the door to tell him to shut up.
So follow me, Joso Rocks, at everywhere. The NeuroNerds at everywhere. Follow Lauren at Lauren L. Manzano on Instagram and all those other places.
Yep. And let us know, who is your favorite, like ultimate character actor? We just had our love affair for Viggo Mortensen.
With Viggo Mortensen.
But who's yours? I also could talk forever about Hugo Weaving, but that's for another episode.
That's going to be a good one too. So I'm really excited. Again, as always, the NeuroNerds, we are here to help. And on that note, NeuroNerds out.